Hello everyone, welcome to iLearning Digital Class. My name is Stevie. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate those people that have already taken their time to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am so grateful, and I want to use this opportunity also to appreciate those people that take their time to share my YouTube links on their social media. I am so grateful for that. Thank you for the like, thank you for the comment. I am so grateful for that. So few weeks ago on this channel I started a tutorial on React hooks. Yes, I started a tutorial on React hooks. I have released several videos on React hooks. So this is another video. So in my last video, I introduced us to how we can use effect hooks in our projects. So today I'll be taking us further, because the last video I just explained the theoretical aspects of how we can adequately use effects in our projects. I gave us the definition, I gave us the broad introduction of what use effect hooks is all about. So but today I'll be taking us deep and further, because I'll be taking us the practical aspect on how we can use effects in our projects. And please let me quickly remind you, if you've not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please take your time to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, as a payback, because I believe no matter how small it is, you are learning something on this channel. So please, it's just a click away, so that this video is going to reach other people too that are really interested in learning something like this. So please kindly hit the subscribe button as you are watching now. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification button also, so that anytime I'm releasing a new video, you'll be the first person to get the notification. Thank you for that. So let's go, without taking much of our time, let's quickly go into our text editor. Don't forget, I'm using Sublime as my text editor, as you can see. So I'll be taking us as I said earlier, I'm taking us use effect hooks. So but for the sake of people that are coming from class components, here is a code I've written in class component. Here is a function. I designed a counter. So what I did was that I first write it in a class component, so that we'll be able to know how use effect hooks works in functional components. But here is a class component. I told you in my last video that use effect is used to represent component did months, component did updates in a functional component. So here is a little code I wrote in class components. Let me quickly explain it to us. Now here I import I said class counter. This is the name of the component, counter class. So and I gave a state here. I said this is the state. I set the count here to 0, and I come here. I said component did months. I said document.title is equals to click, so that anytime the button is click here, you see here, anytime the button is click here, the count here is going to update to 1. That's why I said this does state dot count plus 1. So this is just a simple code that I write in a class component. So what I'm just going to do is that I'm going to rewrite this particular same code in a functional component. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So let me show us what this code is really doing. Let's go into our browser here, and this is a little application here. Now if I click this count me here, something will happen here. This click 0 times, with this 0 here will change to 1. Just take note and look at how it's going to work. Now let me click on the count me button. Now you see there's something here, the components update here. Did you see that now to 1? Let me click again. You see 3 4 5 6 10 times 11, you see now 12 13. So that is the simple code I wrote here. So now what I want to do here is that now I want to show us how use effect hooks works. Did you get it now? Because this is just a this is a class component, and I want to show us, because we cannot use component did month in a functional component. We cannot use component did updates in a class component. What we can only use is use effect hooks in a functional component. So let's come here now. Let me create a new file here. Let me create a new file here, and let me save the new file. Let me call it use effects class. Use effects counter. Use effects counter.js. So use effects counter.js. Let me save that. So I'm going to use the React snippet here. so that to be able to I want to create a functional component. So I have to come here to, let me change this to React. Let me do that very fast. React TypeScript. So to React TypeScript. Now, having done that, so what the next thing we want to do now is that now I don't need the props here because I'm not passing the props. Let me remove the props here. Now I want to I'm going to import useState, because in my previous video I've explained to us how we can make use of useState properly in our projects. So what I just have to do I just have to come here and import useState from our React useState, because I want to, don't forget, what I want to do is that I want to rewrite the same code here. So I've imported useState from React. Then I have to come here. Then I have to say const. Then we have cans here. Then if you have not yet watched my previous video on useState, please kindly go and watch it. I'm not going to do the explanation here because I have done a broad explanation on how you can make use of useState in your project. So I'm just going to be fast about it here. So I'm not going to explain it. So just go and watch the video. So I have equals to, then we have useState. Then we set this count here. We're going to set it to 0 here. So then what's the next thing we have to do? The next thing I have to do is that let me come inside my JX here. Then I'm gonna have a button. I want to have a button here. So have a button. Okay. So then I'm gonna have a on click here. Yes. They're gonna say on click. Then we give a coil brackets. That will give an arrow function here, fact arrow function. Then we're gonna say set scans. Then we're gonna set the cans to cans. That is, anytime this button is clicked, we want to increase the count. Did you get it now? So anytime this button is clicked, we want to increase the count. Then we'll come here. Then I'm gonna say that's click. Then we have click here. Let me pass here. Let's say click me. So now let me come down here. Then we have to import, for us to be able to use useEffect now. Then we have to import useEffect the same way we import useState from our React. Then we have to import useEffect also from React. Then we come and we say useEffect. Then we have useEffect. Then let me come down here. Then I'll have to say useEffect. So useEffect. Then we have an arrow function also here. So we're gonna say document.title. Then we have is equals to then we say you clicked. Then we have this $sign here. We have the $sign here. Cans here times. So that is it. And let me just quickly explain what I just did here. Oh, sorry, this is not a plus here. This should be a arrow function here. Yeah, good. So let me quickly explain what I just did here. What I did was that I've explained, I've said earlier that I have a full tutorial on useState, so just go and watch that. So I have to import useEffect from React. Then I passed, instead of me using components like what I did here, this is a class component. I use component did month and component did updates here. So instead of me using component did month and component did updates, I use useEffect. Did you understand it now? I used useEffect. And let me see, let me save here. And let me come down inside my app.js to import it. Then what are we going to import? We're going to import useEffects. We're going to import useEffects from useEffects. Good. So then we have to come down here. Let me copy this and we have to display it here. So good. Let me change this to TypeScript, React. Oh. Sorry, let me change this to TypeScript React for good formatting. Yeah. So let me save this now. And let's go inside our browser and let's see if it's gonna work out. So let's go inside our browser. Let's see if it's gonna work out. Let me reload this here. So let's see if it's gonna work out. Let's see. Let me click here now. Yeah, you see, it's working. You see, we get the same results we get the other time when we use component did update and component did month. You see, we are getting the same results by using useEffect. So did you understand it now? So one thing I just wanted to take note is that useEffects run immediately your component renders. Did you get that now? Immediately your components renders, useEffects will run. Did you get what I just said now? So as you can see now, that is just the simple way we can use useEffects. But in my next video, there is still a lot of things we can do with useEffect. So we can custom it, and there are a lot of things we can do with it. So in my next video, I just give us this for us to be able to have a simple way of how useEffect runs and how we can use it in our project. So in my next video, I'm going to be taking us further on how we can make use of useEffects. So I don't want this video to be too long. That is why I'm trying to make it very, very short. So I believe you understand what I just explained today. This is just the simple basic way we can use useEffect in our project. And don't forget, we can only use useEffect in a functional component. Take note of that. Take note of that. If you've not yet watched my previous video on the broad explanation on useEffects, please kindly go and watch that. So I believe you've learned one or two things today, and please kindly hit the subscribe button. Please, I know you've learned one or two things today. Please kindly hit the subscribe button. So I believe I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you for taking your time to watch this particular video. I am still your host, I'm still your friend, I'm still the brother, Steven. Thank you for taking your time to watch. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.